Hello everybody, and welcome to part 2 of our Austerlitz campaign with Napoleon, of course. We are trying to take all of Austria, and I think so far we're doing a pretty great job. So far our armies aren't really that in need of equipment, of supply depots, that sort of thing. They seem to be holding up pretty well on their own. So all I'm going to do is actually take a look here with Massena, and actually see if I could change his stance to something better than just stationary. So we're going to go ahead and try to see if he can... No, he's still not able to. We could try to just defend here and not let Fremont pass by. And actually got 966 men. I think I'm just going to move in. And I'm actually going to target Fremont's force directly, but since I'm defending, it's really going to depend on whether or not Fremont is willing to attack me. Now, Bernadotte over here still hasn't taken this damn city, and I feel like he never will. So we're going to go ahead and just have him move over here. Hopefully he'll get there in 11 days, and then we'll move towards Munich, of course, which is our main goal, I believe. Salzburg, would also be very nice to have, and Linz even better, but Munich is really what I'm after in this particular attack. So let's see if it works out. Of course, it's probably going to take 2 turns at least to get there, but that doesn't mean we can try. So let's go ahead. We'll hit the next turn button. And alright, here we go, guys. The movement commences, and it doesn't look like we have any enemies in our path. Seoul might have an enemy, though, and there we go. Sure enough, we are facing Karl von Liebreich, and he's going to try to actually just retreat, because at this point, we really, we have him. He's got little to no amount of men, and I'm just going to go ahead and order an infantry charge. I don't know how he'll react, but he'll probably run away. Of course, Napoleon is in command of this particular army, and we totally crushed General Karl Mack von Liebreich in Augsburg. So we totally actually destroyed him. I'm not sure if we took him prisoner. That would be great. But I do believe that he is no longer going to be a threat. Alright, Bernadotte's moving in. Seoul, and is Bernadotte actually going to merge with Seoul? Kind of annoying. We have cut it off from the enemy, so they're kind of stuck here in Nuremberg, and that kind of makes me happy, but I'd prefer if we actually got a kill here. So I'm actually going to send Bernadotte back. It sort of seems silly for me to send him here in the first place, a bit redundant, but what can you do? This is part of warfare, I suppose. Okay, so let's take a look. Napoleon's Grand Army is still looking great. There's really no reason to stop in terms of the attack or in terms of stopping to build a supply depot. Both Murat and Napoleon look wonderful for an attack, and Murat will actually be in the territory of Salzburg in 4 days. Imagine if we could take Salzburg and then move towards Munich in the north. I mean, that would be incredible. Now, Massena, still unable to attack here. And I think what we're going to have to do is actually detach a few generals from this army, or detach a few corps, really, so that Massena is actually capable of fighting by himself. We'll try to find out here how we're going to do it. But I'm slowly going to build this army up again. And I think we're going to have to form 2 separate armies. Actually, Gouvion may be able to lead this army on his own as well. Let's take a look. Okay, that's what I thought. So Gouvion is going to be the better general here, and Massena will just sort of follow along. I can't put it in any better terms. I hope that Massena will also get there in 3 days. And I think if they can meet there together, wonderful. We can have an awesome battle and hopefully some nice victories. Let's go ahead and end the turn. We've still got also some supply trucks on the way. Can't wait to see them. And let me just really quickly here take a look at production. It's always good to have that constantly going. And let's go ahead and just see if we can get some French regulars. Can we get some supply trains? Can we get anything? No, we can't. It's going to be interesting, guys. We have to rely on what we have, and hopefully we can do it before Kutuzov gets here, because I'm not sure what he has with him, but it's not going to be pretty. Let's end this turn. Alright, beautiful. Wow, actually Massena led that attack. That's beautiful. I guess being separated from the army somehow allows him to still take command of it, which is really cool. And we totally annihilated the enemy there. Really nothing much. It doesn't look like we're getting into the fight with the main army in that sector, though, and that's what I was looking for. Okay, here we go. At least Bernadotte is finally going to get into a fight with Kinmeyer, and I think we've pretty much got this. In fact, I think we're just going to blow him right off the map with a grand battery. Napoleon's favorite technique, and one that Bernadotte is more than willing to use. Here we go, guys, and of course, Brigadier General Michael von. Is that it? Michael von? That can't be right. But of course, he has been beaten, and once again, another general we don't have to worry about. Alright, Marat got into combat, and once again, really not a huge fight. And that's fine. I mean, if we can take these areas without major fights, that's going to look great. But if you guys just see over here, Kutuzov and O'Rourke, we've got the Russians moving in. And O'Rourke does not sound like a Russian name. I'm assuming he's probably an English general that works for the Russians. But we want to be careful with him. And of course, we can ambush this tiny force of enemies in Salzburg and probably take the city as well. Sorry, Brigadier General Arisberg. We'll make it up to you next time. I'll buy you a bottle of glorious victory. Alright, here we go. 7 of 7. And Marat is looking great. I don't like the fact that he's separated from Napoleon. And I think one thing I want to do is go ahead and take Munich. I feel a lot better once I take Munich. Seoul as well. Probably would like to go ahead and take these provinces if I can. So let me go ahead and do that. And I'm going to meet Napoleon in Munich, but I'm not going to join up with him. And actually, it's going to take me 19 days? That seems a bit odd. We're probably going to have to focus on building some depots here pretty soon. And maybe our buddy Marat here can get started. The problem is he's not going to be able to really do much with a depot if this area is cut off. And Kutuzov is also on the way. So the Russians are coming. That's never a good thing. And I hope we can take them on. What the hell happened to Massina's forces? Did they get chopped? Ah, thank goodness. Gouvignon is still there. All right, I'm going to try to merge once again. And now Massena seems to be able to attack. Oh, spoke too soon. All right, get rid of him. See, I like Gouvignon. He's a man of action. Massena, apparently not. Let's go ahead and make sure that these supply trains are also running to Gouvignon, because he's going to need them with this next battle if he decides to take on Karl. Major Austrian general. Let's take a look over here. The rest of these guys are moving all right. I almost want to retreat with Marat just to take Fraudenstein, but I can't leave this position. This is just too good an area. So let's go ahead. We're going to build a depot. We don't really need to build a fort because we already have pretty nice fortifications in this area. And hopefully we can hold out here. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Alright, Kutuzov is coming south. I don't like that, but he might be able to meet up with Napoleon. Okay, we're actually going to face Karl Mach, and Kutuzov is going to be here, guys. This is an extremely close fight. 847, we have 976. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do a long, thin line deployment. I'm going to do wide spacing since we have no cavalry here, and I'm hoping this is going to work. Let's go ahead and see how it goes. Napoleon in battle with von Mack. Now I wish I did send Marat back. Alright, a French victory, guys. We took victory from the jaws of defeat. There's no doubt that was a tough victory to have. And as you can see, we lost 10,000 men. The enemy lost 13,000. There's no doubt we're going to have to resupply the Emperor. And I think we're probably going to have to move him to where Marat is. Hopefully, he can get there soon. Or we'll mix Soult up with him and let him deal with him. Alright, here we go. A true battle of Venezia against Karl. And this one is a vicious one. 68,000 versus 36,000. And it looks like we got a French victory, guys, but not without losing 24,000 men out of our ranks. Of course, the Archduke Karl is always an enemy that you like to beat, and he had a bunch of generals with him here. We managed to beat them back, and maybe we can show this Austrian aristocracy that we are not one to be messed with. Oh boy, Napoleon's going to have another battle, this time against, of course, the Russian general Kutuzov. And this is something I don't like to see. I think the best thing to do is going to be a prepare to withdraw deployment so we don't lose our army. Let's do a fighting withdrawal. Then again, the Emperor never surrenders. This is true. I don't know if I feel good about that. So let's go ahead and see if we choose something else. I'm going to go ahead and do massed fire and hope that this keeps the huge amount of enemy back. Come on, Emperor Napoleon. You're known for this. Alright, that was a French defeat, guys. Of course, the Emperor's going to have to run. We did kill 8,000 of the enemy, but certainly not something we wanted to happen at all. Okay. Not the greatest sound to hear. Very disappointing little sound there that they seem to like to play. So I'm going to actually try to move the Emperor towards Marat, and I'm going to try to move Marat towards the Emperor. So hopefully they will merge at a fairly reasonable time. Sol is still here, and he's still capable of doing a lot of damage to the enemy. I want to move this Horse Artillery Brigade into Sol, and I'm not sure if I should maybe move him in just as a distraction. I think that's probably not a bad idea, but he is desperately in need of supply, as you can see here. So it's probably time to build a supply depot with him so that we can outfit the men. There we go, Sol. It's about damn time. Tell this guy like 10 times to do something. We'll take a look down here. And Gouvignon, of course, with his victory, is doing pretty well, but of course, we lost a lot of men, no doubt. So if we could build a fort here, that would be perfect. And if Karl wants to go ahead and try to take this area, then very well. We're ready to defend. I don't think we can, but we'll keep him here. And let's go ahead and end our turn. In fact, I don't really want to build a fort back here. Let's go ahead and end our turn and see what happens next. I hope Napoleon can get away, and I certainly hope that Kutuzov is not the end of this campaign. I don't think it is, though. All right, let's see what happens, guys. I hope that Napoleon can get away. And it looks like Karl is definitely moving. Napoleon is moving, but so is Kutuzov. And I'm hoping we can meet Kutuzov here with the strength of Napoleon and Marat. And yes, of course, Marat has come to the assistance of his fair emperor. But can he make a difference? I don't know. I'm going to see if I can ambush Kutuzov. I feel like he's too smart for this, but maybe not. Wonderful, a French victory, guys. We didn't manage to inflict many casualties, 2,644, but at the same time, we didn't take many either. And hopefully we can keep doing this throughout the rest of the battle. They're still protecting Munich. And of course, once again, 757, 2578. I'm going to form an infantry mass deployment and do a massed fire. Here we go. Fear, Emperor's cannons. Kutuzov's taking some major hits here. Look at this. This has got to come out beautiful for us, guys. And hopefully we take Munich in the process as well. Look at that. That's what I like to see, the Battle of Munich. And as you can see, taking out 21,000 of Ilyanovich's men. Kutuzov, of course. I wish they would just put Kutuzov. It's a much better name. And I don't think he's going to be troubling us anymore. He's got 4,000 men left. That's it. We've taken out his cannons. We've taken out his cavalry. All his artillery, all of his cavalry, all he's got left are 4,000 men. And I don't even think that they're capable of doing anything but running right back to Russia. That's exactly where you should go. Looks like Munich, of course, has the French flag flying over it, or I should say the flag of the La République. Hopefully we can hold it. There we go, guys. Victory. Beautiful. We won a glorious victory. Our score was 14-16. The opponent's score, 155, guys. Really fun there. Had a great time. And hope you guys enjoyed. And an awesome victory for us in the glorious Battle of Austerlitz. Just the way it happened in history. Good job. Take care, guys. Have a great day.